What's up, guys? Two of you in here already. I'm going to try to read from here. I'm a long way away from my phone. So my stand broke, so I had to set up a different type of setup here, and it's going to be, I'm not going to be able to just reach out and grab it. Stuff might fall. You know how it goes on my channel. You know how it goes, guys. Just expect the unexpected. All right, I'm gonna wait on a few people to get in here, and we'll get things started. Talk about some things. I wanted to come on a little early tonight. I want to come on a little bit early in case I want to watch the game tonight. Basketball game on tonight that I'm going to check out. Sure you guys know about it. It's interesting though. It's not. I thought it was in New York, and it's not. It's in San Antonio. So San Antonio's the higher seed, which means the Knicks are the underdog, and I always love an underdog. So I might have to just pull for the Knicks. And we're going to play a few games too. We can get some people in here. We're going to play a game tonight. Can you hear me? All right. See what's happening in the background. Always have dogs in the background. That's the cool thing about my streams. If you like animals, you'll see them in here. Hey, Katie, how you doing? How you doing tonight? What's on your mind? Do you want to ask Liver Cheese a question, or are you just coming in to say hello? The floor is yours, Katie. Ask me anything you want. Well, most anything. You can ask me anything, actually. And I'll try to read it. If I can. If I can. Oh, my dogs are at it. Oh, wow, Beebs. You guys calm down a little bit. Now, guys, it's going to sound terrible. You heard the sneeze right there. Well, it's going to sound terrible because I have one dog that sounds like a chainsaw. Yeah. And she plays rough with my beagle. And every now and then you'll hear my beagle yelp. The beagle's okay, though, I promise you. Hello, chat. Happy Wednesday. What's up, Daniel Barry? How you doing, brother? Come here, you two. You'll see him in the background playing a little bit. It's pretty. Oh, you're 18. Okay, Katie. I'm glad you're 18. I'm glad you're 18, Katie. I don't know why you would put that, but okay. All right. Oh, there is something we can talk about. We can talk about this until we get the party started. A little more of a serious nature, a little bit more of a serious nature. We talked about politics this morning, so I changed the channel to an entertainment channel. I have pre-gamed with a little bit of THC gummy, not much, but a little bit, enough to get me started. And but what I do want to bring up, and you know how it goes in here, guys. We'll talk about a little bit of everything. And sometimes it'll be serious, sometimes it'll be fun, sometimes it'll be games, sometimes it'll be dogs. But I'd like to start out the Wednesday shutdown. We have the rundown and we have the shutdown. That's how we're going to do it. Rundowns in the morning, shutdowns at night. The Wednesday shutdown. The only thing I'm going to mention news-wise to start with is we need to keep a really, really, really close eye on God, where's it at? Did I already forget the city? Columbia. Columbia, South Carolina. Rue, I need to start recording your growl because I think I could sell that to a sound effects company. Yeah, I think I could sell your growl to a sound effects company because you sound like a monster from a monster movie. And this is Momo. All right, what I want to talk about, what I wanted to tell you about Charleston. Do not hit that table and knock my shit down. What I want to tell you about, did I say Charleston? Not Charleston. Columbia, South Carolina. If you haven't watched the news lately, we could have our next George Floyd situation in Columbia, South Carolina. In case you haven't looked up any details on the trial, it's a 14-year-old boy shot in the back, black kid shot in the back by a store owner, Chinese store owner, last name of Chow, who chased him out of the store, accused him of stealing waters. He didn't have water. He ran off. They chased him 130 yards. The kid wound up dropping a gun. He had a gun, but he dropped it. And the son of the shop owner yelled out, "He's got a gun!" after he dropped it. And Mr. Chow decided he wanted to unload into the 14-year-old black teenager's backside, killing him. Now, just yesterday, Chow got he got freed. He not guilty, not guilty. And last night they had some things going on, some things. Now the thing I know about South Carolina's got a lot of black people, a lot of black people. So we need to keep an eye on this situation because it could turn ugly rather quickly. And not only can it turn ugly, I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction: it will turn ugly. I think absolutely this is going to be the next George Floyd. So we need to keep an eye on that, and fingers crossed that we don't have the next George Floyd situation. But every time we have these situations, we never take care of the problem. We never address the situation or the root of the problem. We never address it, and we just turn away and move forward, act like it never happened. And then what happens? It fucking happens again, and it happens again and again and again and again and again. Now, let's use our critical thinking skills here, guys. Okay. What happens when there's an entire race of people who are crying out to the country that racism still exists in the United States of America, and they're trying to show us, but we're ignoring them. And then more and more of their young men and women are killed every day. What do you think's going to happen? What do you think's eventually going to happen? Yeah, they're going to rise up. They're going to rise up. And when they rise up, they're probably not going to rise up in their own neighborhoods. They're probably going to go out to the white neighborhoods, to the suburbs, to let America know that, yes, we do still have racism. And I'm just going to sit back and kind of eat some popcorn because I've talked about this for decades. Decades I've talked about it, about how if it's not addressed, when it is finally addressed on the streets, then Americans aren't going to like that. They're not going to like it at all. So just letting you know, be prepared, keep an eye to that. Cute dog, thank you. What happened to George Floyd is all my fault. Once he left the property, he was no longer a threat. The store owner should be charged with murder. Thank you, Oath Keeper. Simple, very simple thing. Very, very simple thing. Well, barefoot. Not for people like you. No, no, I don't read the chat for people like you. For people like you who come in here and call me a jackass, somebody that you don't even know. No, I don't read your chat. So why don't you go ahead and take your little ass on to a different stream? All right, go on. This ain't the stream for you. See you, brother man. All right, we're done with that bit of information. Uh, all right, now we're going to get into some random questions. These are called arguments, guys. I want you, there are no right or wrong answers. Actually, we're going to play it a little bit differently tonight. We're going to change the rules up on everybody. I'll be right back. Does jackass ever read the chat? Does jackass ever read the chat? What a jackass. Not reading his chat. What a jackass. All right. All right, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to read some random questions to you, okay? Now, you're normally we just want people to be creative with their answers. And you can still be creative with the answers. However, this time I'm going to tell you whether that answer is right or wrong, okay? Because they're open-ended questions. What you're going to try to do is you're going to try to figure out what I would say to the question, what liver cheese would say as a beagle climbs my chest. This is not happening. You're going to have to move. I got to read these comments. What the? Ow! Have you lost your mind? Because I'll help you find it. No. All right. Let me read some of these. Who hurt you, Joseph? Why are you so angry? There's a transgender stream a couple live streams back. Stop being rude. He wants a kiss because he has an underlying emotional trauma, and that's why, jackass. Barefoot is angry, or his girlfriend said he had a small dick. All right, guys. So again, I'm gonna ask this question. You go ahead and throw up your answer. Now, if it's the incorrect answer, you will simply hear this. Do you hear that? Yeah, you're gonna hear that. Okay. This one's a little bit different because you have to try to get into my head to figure out what you think I would guess on this question, these open-ended questions. All right, we're going to try something different. Barefoot is mad his girlfriend doesn't want to fuck him. It is Pride Month after all. Oh boy. Fun in the chat. All right. Oh my God, you two. I might have to break them up. Look at her. Look at how insane she looks. Watch her. She tries to fit the beagle's head in her mouth. Go on now. My goodness. All right, first question is this. Now remember, you're trying to figure out what me, liver cheese, what I would say. How I would answer this question. First question is this. Which professional sport is the hardest to coach? There you go, guys. Think about that one for a minute. Which professional sport is the hardest to coach? And I'll give more than one answer, too. I'll give you more than one chance. If you put a terrible answer up, though, you're getting that. All right. It's beagle, not bagel. Oh yeah, good one there. Who was that? Joseph. That's good, man. It's the kind of jokes I like. It's the kind of jokes I like. In case you missed it, Joseph put a comment because Rue here was trying to put my beagle's head in her mouth because that's how they play. And Joseph said, "He's called a beagle, not a bagel." Get it? I thought that was pretty funny. All right, what hockey? I'll take that one. I think hockey's difficult to coach. What would you say? I would say probably the most difficult game to coach. It's a good question. It's a good question because I mean, naturally, you want to break it down and you want to say football and you want to say basketball. That's what I want to say anyway. Now, between those two, that's tough, man. That's tough. I mean, I'm going to have to say basketball. And the reason I'm going to say basketball is because in football, you have so many damn coaches. Now, they have a few coaches in basketball too. But in football, you have so many other coaches. You have more players, it's true, but you have coaches that can deal with, defensive line, linebackers coach, running back coach. Wherein as in the NBA, you may have other coaches, assistant coach or whatever, but you have less coaches. And the NBA is a damn. That is, look, man, the people who don't understand how difficult it is to play basketball, please, if you're over the age of 30 years old, I want you to go out sometime in the near future and go try to find a pickup game somewhere at a community center or something like that. And I want you to run a full court game. I want you to do that. Over the age of 30, I want you to run a full court game and let's see how long you last. Last time I tried to do that, I was in my 40s. We got a bunch of guys together and went out and played basketball, and we were like, we're going to run full court. We're going to run full court. And let me tell you something, buddy, that full court lasted all a good 5 minutes. And then we were all huffing and puffing down the court talking about, oh, half court cool, half court cool. Yeah, we had to play it off, like we weren't tired. You can't just admit, man, we got to play half court because I'm just out of shape and I'm tired. No, you got to be a man about it, Hey guys, I was just thinking, it'd be a lot easier if we played half court. That's the way you word it. That's the way you word it. It'll be a lot easier if we play half court. So, yeah, I guess I would say basketball. Thank you for that. Girls softball. Okay. I could see that would be difficult. I'm being serious. I don't think you're trolling there. I'll give you that. You just want to hear this, don't you? I know what you're trying to do. You just want to hear the buzzer. NASCAR. I'm not going to give you a buzzer on that. I'm not going to give you a buzzer on that because I've watched F1. And I know if NASCAR is even half of what F1 is as far as strategy and coaching, then they coach. Those guys coach. Baseball. Yeah, baseball. Baseball, yeah, but baseball, you got more time to think about things, You're sitting there thinking about strategy, and this guy's up there with 3 balls and 2 strikes, You got 5 minutes per batter sometimes to think about things. So, as far as baseball goes, I'm not going to do that. Baseball coaches don't have it easy. Women's basketball, professional cornholing. Rick. Now, Rick. But just because I don't know that they have coaches. I don't know that they have coaches. Usually it's just a bunch of, drunk beer belly guys. That's not true. I've actually watched some professional on ESPN once. after I'd tried to play drunk earlier that day, and I realized how far I was from being professional. Because those guys, man, they hit ringers all the time like it's nothing. Women's basketball. I mean, if you're only one coach for football, yeah, but I'm assuming that it's more than one coach. 13, we go for hours. Synchronized salami swallowing. Now I'm clapping for that for many, many reasons. Okay. Whoever said that? Who said that? Let me see. You gotta claim that one. Rick? Yeah, Rick, of course. Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, because now I'm unfortunately I paint pictures in my head, or y'all give me pictures to paint in my head. So I'm trying to picture how your event would go. Would it be at the Olympics? Would they have medals for it? Do they have to finish the job? I mean, what? I got a lot of questions on that fake made up sport. Do they go in circles when they're doing it? I mean, all right, we're moving on. Hi, Jen. Swimming, hot dog eating, fencing. I bet fencing's difficult. Never tried it. Giving BJs. What's up, Haley the liberal? How you doing? There's a sport to see how long you can keep a ferret in your loose pants with no underwear. What's that called? What would that sport be called? A ferret loose in your underwear, in your pants with no underwear. Ferret hole, maybe? No, because that's assuming the ferret's going to do something gross. You could call it ferret balls, because your testes are probably going to get, something's going to happen to them. It's probably not going to be too good, but yeah, I could see that. Now let me ask you, with that ferret ball, how do they drop the ferret in there? Okay, do they have guys standing there? Guys, I'm sitting here, my flies wide open, man. What in the hell? Do the guys come out there and they're, here's how I picture it. Okay, you got four guys. I don't know why four. Maybe they're just the four bravest. Four guys sitting there. They all have on pants. Now, do they release the ferret down through their pant leg, or do they go in through the front or the back? And how long do they have? Do they drop it into the pants? Is the ferret upset before they put it in your pants? Do they rile the ferret up? Maybe they put it in a bag and start swinging the bag around and get the ferret all pissed off before they do it. Oh man, ferret ball is starting to sound kind of disturbing. Maybe we need to get away from ferret ball. Okay, at 86 that sport. Is badminton a sport? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, they do that in the Olympics. I love badminton. I love it. It's fun. It's fun. I love any of those racket sports like that. I like badminton, tennis. I've never played pickleball. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. It's called ferret legging, full contact hide and seek. Ferret legging. All right, this is a good one, guys. This is a good one. Oh, we're gonna get some talk on this one. Would you rather be a rich idiot or a poor genius? There you go, guys. There's a question for you. Would you rather be a rich idiot or a poor genius? Where are my dogs at? What are y'all doing? I don't like it when y'all get too quiet. It makes me think you're up to something. Poor genius. Search it up. Also, it's a real thing. Ferret legging's a real thing. Wow. I didn't know that. Man, just when you think you've learned all the deep, dark secrets of the internet, somebody comes in with a ferret legging. Yeah, it's real. Well, I wish I didn't know that. Haley says she would rather be a poor genius. Okay, I see all the dogs. They're good. They're just being chill right now. Rich idiot. I'm a poor idiot right now, so I'm either way I'm moving up in the world. Oh, that's not true, FC. That's not true. You're not a poor idiot. How about you punch? How about you punch the damn ground? Huh? Why would I punch the ground, Eddie? I don't get it. What are you doing? I think I'd rather be I don't know. I'm going to be the poor genius. You knew I'd probably answer that one. I being rich is, I mean, yeah, it'd be all right. But at the end of the day, if you have people and things around you that you love, then you're rich already, my brother. If you have animals that you love, if you have family that you love, if you have friends that you love, then you're already rich. I know that's cliche, but I believe it. And if you don't like it, lump it. Is giving BJ's a sport to strengthen your fist. Wow. What time is it, guys? 6 o'clock. Okay, I guess y'all can be, a little surly and randy if you want to. All right, next question. Here we go. No. I would do that one, but the people in it aren't real relevant anymore. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. All right, and it's on page 69, I might add. Here we go. Next question is this, guys. Would you rather give up sex with other people? Would you rather give up sex with other people or switch sexual orientations? So you'll have to, if you're going to stay a boy, then you can't have sex the rest of your life. But you can still have sex the rest of your life, but you have to turn into a girl. And it's the same thing with women. You can stay a girl, but you never get to have sex the rest of your life. Or you can change to a boy and continue to have sex. That's a question right there. Woo, a lot of people don't want to answer that one, do they? A lot of people don't want to answer that one. LOL. I'll be PG. LOL. Woo, that's a rough question, man. Because what it does is, if you say no, I want to continue to have sex, so I'm gonna have to. I guess I'll have to become a woman. Then that implies that maybe you want to know what that feels like. Now, I know there's a lot of women out there who want to know what it feels like to be a man. So, would women be more likely to take that sex change operation? I'm not saying there's an operation. Let's say it happens like that. You don't have to go through an operation. You just once you say what you're going to do, if you're going to change, then it just happens. All right. We don't have to deal with any operations. This is just me thinking out loud my question. Yeah, I know that there's a lot of women out there who have wondered what it's like to have a elephant trunk. I've talked to them about it. They tell me the first thing they would do is a helicopter. Or I get it. I get it. It's okay to be curious. All right, here we go. We're gonna have some good ones. We all know what the men pick. You think the men want to know what it's like to? I don't know, man. That's a heavy question because it brings so many other things into it. I think we're overthinking it. I want to see what it's like to be a man. I'm sure, Haley. I'm sure. I think a lot of women would want to see what it's like to be a man just so they could see what it's like to have power in the world, or at least in this country. The way we treat our women. Don't shoot the messenger. They say they're forced to be strong and not show emotion, so I'd see. Yeah, we got to get past all that, Haley. We got to get people. We got to get men to understand that they can pull over and cry, or they can be emotional. That's healthy. It's healthy to be emotional. All right, all right. We're gonna move on to different territory here. All right, this is a good one. It's a multi parts right here, multi parts. There's going to be several of these. Okay, so what is the best song SONG from the 1980s? What's the best song from the 1980s? Oh, this should stir up trouble. What's the best song from the 1980s? Ooh, that's tough. Ooh, that's tough. Ooh, that's real tough. I mean, because it's so broad. It's not saying what song has the best 80s sound. It's just saying flat out what's the best song from the 80s. Man, that's rough. Well, I got two. I got two. Let's see what y'all think. Mozart 18. I don't know what that is. Is that from the 80s? Oh, the poor if you're younger right now, I feel bad for you. I'm gonna the two I'm gonna throw up are gonna be Billie Jean, Michael Jackson, and Purple Rain, Prince. Those are my two favorites from the 80s in that genre. I mean, see, it's too open. It's too open ended. It's too open ended. Let's groove tonight. Dun, dun, with the spice of life. Dun, dun, dun. Let's groove tonight. Dun, dun, with the spice of life. Or they say it's spice of life. Let this groove. Do, 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 do. It's all right. Ooh, I can't get that note. Jesus. Sorry, I attempted it. All the Beethoven songs. Oh, so you're a Beethoven fan? Okay. In the 1880s. I see what you did there. I think it says 1980s though. All right, next question. Name the best song from a boy band. What's the best song from a boy band? Best song from a boy band. Uh, Man, it's tough. Can't believe my grandma was in her 20s in the 80s. MJ's so good. He's his own band. Yeah. As far as like boy bands, I mean, I could do something like "I Want It That Way" or "Oh Oh 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 Oh," or I could even do some New Edition. You know, I'm a big New Edition fan, but I'm going to take it way back. I'm going to take it further back than New Edition to the original first boy band, first real boy band, the Jackson Five, and I'm going to go with Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Won't you let me bum, bum, bum. I want you back. I want you back. Yeah, there you go. I want you back by the Jackson 5. BTS. Hotel Cal. What a jerk. Joe's. Hold on. Who was that? Healing Oracle. Hotel California by the Beach Boys. Yes. Yes. That's interesting. I'm trying to hear how Hotel California would sound to be sung by the Beach Boys. I know you're trolling me because it was definitely the Eagles that sang Hotel California. And actually, Hotel California might be from the 70s. I assume you were answering the 80s question there. BTS. How do you feel about Bigfoot? I think Bigfoot's pretty cool. He doesn't mess with anybody. He just hangs out in the woods, doesn't want to be bothered, doesn't bother anybody. Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. Every now and then they catch him on camera. You know, it's always from a distance, a grainy picture of him. He doesn't like his picture taken. He actively hides when people try to take his picture. But I think that Bigfoot's probably a pretty cool dude. I think I could have a beer with Bigfoot. Oh my God, no. Speaking of Bigfoot, speaking of a Sasquatch, oh. Is that what you wanted right then and now? I mean, right here and now, you had to have it? No waiting? Front of the line access to daddy's? Oh, baby, your breath, man. It smells like, literally, it smells like the seafood platter at the fucking buffet. All right, go on. It shows my age. I thought Hotel California was a recent song. No. 2010s, no. There may have been a remake of it. Hotel California is not recent. I got a dog named Loretta who acts just like yours. Well, tell Loretta I said hello. Look at this is rude. She just got white hair all over me. The thing that sucks about having a white dog is my wardrobe has a lot of black clothes in it. A lot of black clothes. Yeah, that's you. You did that. See all that fur flying around? That's all you. Mirrors on the ceiling, pink champagne on ice. And he said, we're all just prisoners here of our own device. In their master's chambers, they gathered for the feast. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Lyrics to that song are fantastic. Whatever you think of the Eagles and whatever you think of Hotel California, man, those lyrics are something else. They're good ass lyrics. Oh, believe me, I've tried every kind of lint roller. We've tried them all. I need them. Yeah, we have 2 or 3 of them in there. If Bigfoot is real, I'm having him give me superpowers with my alien tech or possible mystic powers he might have. What's up, Joey? Yeah, man. The only thing I'll say about Bigfoot is everybody talks about him, and I'm always open to stuff like that, guys. If you talk about aliens, I'll say sure, there's probably aliens. As far as Bigfoot goes, the one thing the one problem that I have with the existence of a Bigfoot is we've never found bones from a Bigfoot, and you would assume that you would have found bones from a Bigfoot by now, or at least a decomposing body of some sort. You think we would have that by now, but we don't have that. So it kind of raises some doubts. I want to believe. I want to believe. And you can say the same thing about, well, the Loch Ness Monster, but the Loch Ness Monster is a different situation because in that loch that he's in, that's what it's called, what he swims in, the loch. That's some of the deepest water in the world. It's like 800 feet deep or something like that. Don't quote me. I could be wrong. But they know for a fact that there are tunnels and stuff under that loch. Like there's caves and tunnels. So Loch Ness Monster could be real. It could be down there. It could have went into a tunnel down under a lake and died. And we just haven't discovered its bones yet. Maybe Bigfoot is a Neanderthal. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. If I get Superman-like powers, I'm gonna fix so much shit. Joey. Yeah, me too, man. I'd want to do some cool stuff. First thing I'd want to do is fly. Can't really use some of these. Oh yeah. Okay, this is a good one. Would you rather face a tsunami or an avalanche? If you were forced to face one of those, if you had to go through one of those, would you go through a tsunami or an avalanche? Megalodon is extinct. Neanderthals are like 5'1". Yeah, which would you rather deal with? A tsunami or an avalanche? I mean, clearly this question here, you need modifiers. You need to figure out, okay, well, what do I have around me? Because if I have a tall building around me, then I'm going to take a tsunami. As long as it's a very tall building, I'll take tsunami every day. Now that I think about it, if it's a tall building, I'll take avalanche too. So if there's a tall building around, I'll take either of them. But I'd probably take tsunami. Because at least with the tsunami, if you get sucked away in the water, you have a chance to survive. You got to float and you got to get really lucky. But in an avalanche, once you're buried, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Tsunami? And if you can't spell tsunami, I just realized tsunami, it's just put TSUN. TSUNAMI or an avalanche. They're both kind of not easy to spell. What size tsunami and avalanche? Yeah, there you go. That's another question. Tsunami. Haley says tsunami. And you say what size tsunami? Yeah, that's a good question. See, I don't know. It doesn't tell me that. If I send you $10, will you private chat with me and you're dressed like Sam? What the hell, man? Oh my God. Oh no, I don't think we're gonna do that tonight, brother. I'm picturing it. Gen X Gemini, how you doing? I got a megalodon on my lake out back. Nice, Donnie. All right. So it looked like tsunami had more answers. Okay, here's a good one. I need you to stay with me, guys. This one's kind of wordy. Hello, Nikki. How you doing? Is the town I'm in built for tsunamis? Yeah, I've seen a lot of those videos, man. Tsunamis can be terrifying. They're not. The thing that frightens me the most about a tsunami is right before it happens, I don't know if you guys have seen this, caught this on video. You can find videos of it though. Right before a tsunami hits, the ocean goes way down, way down, way down. So you'll see harbors where people are walking out into the ocean with no water, and they're all looking around at the shells and whatever wildlife might be out there. They're all checking it out. And in the meantime, the indigenous people who see that water go down, they're all climbing the mountains. They know. They know when that water goes down, you gotta start climbing mountains. So yeah, look up video on that. You'll find some really cool stuff. Hey guys, what's the plan? I'm just stopping by to show support on your channel. Thank you, Nikki. We're playing a game, Big K. All right, here's the next question. Here we go. This is a good one. All right, here it is, guys. You must deliver a long, hearty lick. You got to lick something to one of these surfaces. You got to choose from one of these surfaces to lick. You have to do it. Do you choose from a subway pole, the water dish in a dog kennel, or the top of your bathroom trash can? Well, I'm going water dish on dog kennel all day. All day. All day. It's not even a question for me. Earthquake or EF5 tornado at night. Ooh, Joey. Earthquake. Earthquake, Joey. Earthquake. Because at least I could get out of the building. With a EF5 tornado at night. Yeah, if I had a basement, that's the only way I would take the EF5 tornado at night. If I had an underground shelter, because an EF5 will take a home completely off of its foundation. It's not survivable, an EF5, unless you're underground. All right, now what's the other one? My bathroom can is I say that's so much more questions than answers. Water dish. Okay. Top of my bathroom trash can, it ain't that dirty. All right, Haley. See, that makes sense. If you saw my bathroom trash can, you would understand why I would lick my dog bowl before I'd lick the trash can. Water dish. There you go, Joey. My bathroom trash can's 10 feet from the toilet and clean. Okay. If yours is clean, then there you go. Definitely earthquake. Are you circumcised? Wow. They think there might be a 6, but it's rare. Oh, you're talking about EF6? I go back from time to time and I'll watch the old tornado videos for the coverage of them. And, the Moore, Oklahoma, that's one that you can go back and watch. It's a big, nasty one. And, of course, what was the place in Missouri? What's the place in Missouri that got screwed up? Joplin. You can find a lot of great videos on that tornado, too. That's an EF5. If you wonder what an EF5 will do, go look at either of those. Moore, Oklahoma, or Joplin, Missouri. You're welcome. It's hypothetical, but it's never happened. All right, what do we got? We got had a couple of actually trash can won that time. Trash can. Me and actually I think it was a tie. Me and who else answered that? Me and Joey Diesel. We both said dog water dish. All right. It did say water dish. If it was a food dish, I don't know that I would do that. But the water dish, I would absolutely do it. This is a good one. What you? Hey, you loud clowns! It's a good one. What U.S. city has the best food? The best food. What U.S. city has the best food? I like that one. I like that one. Now, can you answer this question if you haven't been to a city, but you've seen what a city, what they have to offer through videos or whatnot? Do a swimming race in a wave pool against the current Michael Phelps, or have Prime Iron Mike teach you how to box, but in the form of a spar. I would race Michael Phelps. I ain't getting punched by Mike Tyson. No, that ain't happening. New Orleans. Yes, New Orleans. 2-3 for New Orleans. You know what? I ain't even going to dispute that. I've been to New Orleans. They have some delicious food. I went one year down to Mardi Gras, and I had a jambalaya at about 1 a.m. And then I had the jambalaya again, the exact same jambalaya, in reverse at about 4 a.m. So I got to taste it twice. 1 a.m. This is delicious. Jambalaya, yes. New Orleans. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Delicious. 4 a.m., 3 hours later. Oh yeah. Yeah, that jambalaya. Yeah. Got a piece of rice stuck in my mouth. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, what's that? Yeah. Sorry, that was my impersonation of me throwing up on Bourbon Street. Okay, so New Orleans it is. That's not how you say jambalaya. How do you say it? Nothing beats my hometown, southeast of New Orleans. Southeast of New Orleans. Southeast of New Orleans. Trying to think what's southeast of New Orleans. What's southeast of New Orleans? Jambalaya. Okay. St. Charles Parish. Okay. St. Charles. Y'all got that big ass weird bridge. No, that's not St. Charles. That's one of y'all over there. When you come over from Texas into Louisiana, they got this cartoon bridge, guys. If you've never been on it, oh my God, the first time you see it, you're gonna be like, I ain't driving over that. It's a weird, crazy bridge. Liver Cheese, when is your next video? We're going to be going to the zoo on Friday at about 11 a.m., 10 or 11 a.m. I enjoy fishing. Nothing wrong with fishing. I haven't done it in quite a while. All right, so New Orleans it is. I'm not going to disagree with that. Although I have had really good food in San Antonio, really good food. San Antonio, Kansas City had some really good food. St. Louis had good food. I guess it depends on where you go when you go to those cities, right? Memphis, we've got some damn good fire food here in Memphis. All right. I like that one. All right, guys, in your dream kitchen, if you had a dream kitchen, would you rather have a beer tap or a Slurpee machine? What would you rather have in your dream kitchen, a beer tap or a Slurpee machine? There's one correct answer here. Let's see if anybody can get it. I got it right here in my head. Think about it. Use your critical thinking skills before you answer this, okay? Because somebody's going to give me this answer, and I'm going to give you a gold star. I'll give you 2 gold stars. Give me 1 minute. I got to go get some water while you're thinking about it. Remember, you get one of these items in your dream kitchen. Would you get a beer tap or a Slurpee machine? Hey, baby. Was you hosting the show while I was gone? Yeah, come here. Staying hydrated. All right, what do we got? See if we got some good answers here. No, you can't come over there. Slurpee machine. Try Baton Rouge gumbo. Have you ever been to Vegas? If so, what was your favorite thing down there? I'll answer that one before I answer the question. Me? I have been to Vegas. My favorite thing down there was Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum. That was amazing. Loved it. And I would say Gordon Ramsay's fish and chips. We ate at Gordon Ramsay's fish and chips. It was the best fish and chips I've ever had in my life. It was amazing. But I'm not a fan of Vegas. Just too much greed. Slurpee machine. I'm 13, so obviously beer. What is the one thing in life you have regretted? You have regrets on? I'm asking every streamer. That I didn't mature faster. You know, it took me a while to figure out some major things in life, you know. And I think a lot of men are in the same boat. Women tend to figure things out in their 20s. We've talked about it before. There's a huge difference between a 24-year-old woman and a 28-year-old woman. Huge difference between those two things. 28-year-old woman is ready. She knows what she wants. If she wants to have a family, she's ready to go. If she wants to have a career, she's ready to go with that. Men, you know, we just kind of dick around and bump into things until we're in our 30s. And then we start to really think about things. At least that's been my life pattern. But my biggest regret would probably be not just I would have taken better care of my teeth. I would have taken better care. I wouldn't have the problems that I have today. So just being honest. I'm not legally old enough to drink beer, so I'll take a Slurpee machine. In your town area builds a data center before addressing its homelessness. That area deserves it. Agreed. Dead Inside, they already did. They did it here without anybody's permission. We never got a vote on it. They came in and put a huge data center in South Memphis and lied about so many different things on it. Those guys knew what they were doing when they forced the data centers through without public votes. They just come in and offer as much money as they could, and they would usually do it to poor neighborhoods or poor cities, you know, that need that money. They would offer these grand things and then not say anything negative about the negatives that are coming in, or not say anything about the negatives coming in. Yeah, and they rammed them down. They rammed them down our throats. Where now, though, they're not able to do that because now the public's wised up. We've educated ourselves. Here comes the train, guys. Train! It's from the movie Goonies. Y'all remember that when the train came? He was getting ready to cross the bridge. Yeah, the data centers, man. Those guys, now they've run out of room. Now everybody's saying no. So that's what they were doing. The ones they got in already, most of them they got in without any kind of public knowledge of it. I really like Gordon's restaurant. There you go, sport. Yes, and they put them next to impoverished black communities too. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Haley. That's what they did in Memphis. Are you a fan of golf? If so, are you going to the Memorial Tournament? I do like golf. I haven't. I used to play it many years ago, but no, I'm not going to a tournament. I've been to a few golf tournaments in my life. They're You know, you realize how good those guys are when you see them in action. You watch it on TV all day, but until you actually see it live. So if it's your first time you're going to a golf tournament, have fun because seeing it in person is completely different. You watch the news story about it? Yeah. I was down there protesting that damn thing, but it was too late. They'd already brought it in. Okay, so the correct answer that I was looking for, and nobody got it, was in your dream kitchen, would you rather have a beer tap or a Slurpee machine? How about you get a Slurpee machine and you run beer through it? Problem solved, right? Problem solved. You got a Slurpee machine, you can change it out, tap some beer in there, get you a beer slushy. We're all good. My mom is volunteering at the tournament, so I might be able to go. Are you talking about the tournament here in Memphis? We have one in Memphis, the St. Jude. It used to be the St. Jude. I think it's FedEx now. That's smart, actually. All right. I like it. I like the next one. Okay, from this moment on, guys, from this moment right here on, what time is it? 6:36, Wednesday. What's today? The 3rd? June 3rd. It may be the 4th. I don't know. From this moment on, guys, if you go to any professional sporting event, now I'm going to change it. I'm not just going to say sporting event. I'm going to say sporting event or concert. If you go to any major sporting event or concert, you're only going to be allowed to consume one food for the rest of your life when you go to a professional sporting event or a concert. What food are you going to consume? You can only do one for the rest of your life. I need to think about this one. Okay, I have my answer. My answer would be pulled pork barbecue nachos. Yes, that's my answer. I don't have to think anymore. I could eat pulled pork. Corky's specifically. We have a restaurant in Memphis called Corky's Barbecue. They do a barbecue nacho that they sell at the Memphis Redbird games. And yeah, if you're ever here, you got to get one of those. Let's see what else we got. The 3rd. I'm talking about the one in Dublin, Ohio. You TDS having scum live in such a false reality. Any white America? Let's start a comment. We got a gamer right here. We got a gamer right here. Hold on. It's genuinely sickening to see your suicidal empathy. Well, that's a strange term. That's a strange term. It sounds almost like it was made by a fucking Nazi. That's what I think. Suicidal empathy? Nah. Get that shit out of here with that. Go on out of here with that. Here, you get 3 of these. Empathy is always good. Always good. Always good. Empathy. If you don't think empathy's good and you consider yourself a Christian, I have news for you, Christian. You ain't going to heaven. You ain't seeing you're going to be going straight to hell because that's all the Bible's about. When you break it down specifically, the Bible's about empathy. It's about having empathy for neighbors, having empathy for poor people, having empathy for hungry people, having empathy for sick people. And you want to come in here with some suicidal empathy. What do you think, guys? This Noah clown in here, should I give him any more time or should I just go ahead and boot him now? Empathy for those who want you dead. Who wants me dead, Noah? Who wants me dead? Nobody wants liver cheese dead. What in the fuck are you talking about? Don't come in here with your fear-based shit. And they don't want anybody else dead either. You're coming in here. So I think I've nailed it right on the head, guy. This is definitely a TPUSA'er. He's a TPUSA'er because what they do is they come in and they say, oh, Christians all over the world are being attacked and murdered for their religion. You know what? I'm sorry for you, but I ain't fucking religious. Okay. So you can take your little religion and your little book on else somewhere and kill other people all you want to. I ain't going to be a part of it, and you ain't going to force it on me either. All these TPUSAers who think that Christianity is going to dominate our country. Let me tell you something, brother. You come over here and try to make me pray to your God. I want to see you do that and watch what fucking happens. You don't come in here and rile me up, whoever the hell you are. So you got about 10 seconds to come up with some genius shit or you're gone. Let's see if Noah comes up with any genius shit anymore. Never have empathy for your enemy. Guess what, brother? I have no enemies. I have no enemies. You're a fear-based person. You live in fear. You live your life in fear. How do you even go out of the front door every day? You fear people like that. That's my enemy. 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 Guess what, man? You're your own fucking enemy. You're your own worst enemy. Nobody else is your enemy. You go out and you can make up your stuff about, oh, they're all trying to hurt me. But until you have some proof, get the fuck on out of here. Get to step it. Get to step it. Yeah, of course Noah hates gays. Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything that you need to know about this guy Noah. Okay, he's probably a closeted homosexual. He thinks he's more religious than anybody else because he goes to a TPUSA evangelical church. He goes in on every Sunday, and they try to act like they're holier than thou, and they try to go in on Sundays and the minute they walk out of the church, they're complete assholes. They do whatever they want to whoever they want to. They're bullies. They want to keep women in the kitchen. They want to keep women barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. And they want to force this phony ass lifestyle on all of Americans. They want to force it upon you. This nuclear family. That's what Noah is. Noah has no empathy for anybody. Noah can go live his hate-filled life, and we will continue to love one another as we always do. And we will just look at him as a pathetic worm. We'll laugh at him as he crawls away, and we continue our journey of love. They want to force wokeness on you. What the fuck is wokeness? What is wokeness, Noah? Yeah, I'm having fun with you, clown. I'm going to toy with you a little bit, like my cat does when he catches or like my dog does when he catches a mole out here. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun, Noah. Mr. Smart Man coming in here talking about. Oh, look, Noah. Hey, look, everybody. Noah says I've been conquered. He says I've been conquered. Is that true, guys? Has Noah conquered liver cheese today? Has that happened? Not how I see it. I see it as you coming in here with no facts, being the biggest Karen I've ever seen in the world. Coming in here talking about, I got enemies. You can't have empathy for your enemies. What enemies? What enemies, man? If you have any enemies, it's because you're being a disgusting son of a bitch. That's why you have enemies. Stop being a disgusting son of a bitch and you won't have any enemies, Noah. Stop hating people for being gay and you won't have any enemies, Noah. Stop hating people for being black or brown and you won't have any enemies, Noah. Have you ever thought about that, Noah? Why don't you build an ark and get the fuck out of here? How about that, Noah? Bye, Noah. Clown. All right, back to our game. Yeah, what would you eat? What would you eat? See, he derailed everything. I told you the barbecue nachos. Did y'all have any other answers? Yeah, he got blocked. Hell yeah, he got blocked. Bye-bye. You don't come on my platform that I built and try to hijack my show with your BS unless you bring some facts. If you ain't got no facts, you don't need to be in this room. Because that's what we are. We're fact-based people. We're not feelings-based people. We're not feelings-based people. We're fact-based people. We'll change the question. We'll change it, Haley. That one was over. It wasn't that great anyway. Okay, here's a good one. Here's a good one, guys. If they both paid the same, if both of these occupancies paid the same, which one would you rather be? Would you rather be a proctologist or a garbage man, garbage handler? Would you rather be a proctologist or a garbage handler if they both paid the same? Garbage man or handler? Yeah, what do y'all think? Would you rather, if you were paid the same, and hopefully you would be getting paid what the proctologist actually makes and not what the garbage man actually makes? So yeah, I think the key there would be to be the garbage man with the proctologist salary, because I think those guys get paid pretty well. Yeah, garbage, right? Yeah, exactly. So if you really break that question down, it gets really easy. That's what we do in here, guys. Critical thinkers. That's what we want to do. We want to, we want to. That's why I ask you guys to give me stories or your accomplishments, or it could be anything. You'll see. I'll comment on something. I'll try to take a comment and paint a picture for you. Because they don't have pictures. Speaking on that, guys, I'm going to try really hard. I'm really going to try hard this weekend. I haven't talked to the better half about it, but we're going to see what happens. I really want to get, if you're new to the channel, you don't understand the situation. I need a laptop. Okay. And I've been doing all my streams and all my videos and everything from my phone, and that's perfectly fine. I've got a really good phone. Okay. So I don't have any problems with that, but I'm part of StreamYard now, and I'm paying $42 a month for StreamYard. With StreamYard, what it is I can bring other people in here anytime I want to. I can bring you in here and you can be seen or not be seen if you don't want to, and you can talk. I can have up to 10 people. The other thing I can do that I can't do on my phone, I can't. You guys ever see like Bosch and who's the Moist Critical and those guys? They come on every day and they do a daily show like I do on here, but they have a laptop in front of them where they can watch videos. If somebody suggests a video, a news video or whatever, they can just pull it up right there. And they can do it all in one place. So ultimately, that's what this is going to be. But I got to get a laptop. But I'm letting you guys know there's a chance this weekend that I'll go grab a laptop. Because what I found out is you can do it on Chromebooks. And Chromebooks aren't expensive. I have a laptop. It's just old. And it's so full of junk and got crap on it. It's hard to run the program on there. I just realized you kind of sound like my engineering teacher. Oh, God. What's his name? Turd Burglar 69. What a name. I love it. You like it too? All right. So maybe this weekend, maybe if I do a stream this weekend, and I shouldn't have said that. Because now she's definitely going to say, hell no. No, we do need laptop. The channel's been growing, and I want the channel to grow and grow and grow. And in order for the channel to grow, I need to have multiple platforms. Like I could even go game if you guys want. I can do that on my phone, but it's real small. So hopefully that happens. I think it might. Okay. So stupid. This one's so stupid. Listen to this one. Would you rather put half a cup of sand Would you rather put half a cup of sand in your bed or half a teaspoon of gravel in your shoes? The fuck? Half a cup of sand in your bed or half teaspoon of gravel in your shoes. Guys, I'm going cup of sand in the bed. I know, man, that would be brutal to sleep in. But gravel in your shoes, half a teaspoon. I know that's not a lot, but all it takes is one. All it takes is one little piece of gravel. You know what I'm talking about, guys. You've been walking and all of a sudden you're feeling something. You're like, what in the hell? And, you know, us men, sometimes we'll let it go for a while until it's really hurting. And then we'll be genius enough to take our shoe off and understand there's a piece of gravel in there. But more than one piece of gravel, yeah, that wouldn't be fun, man. I'm going to have to go with sand in bed. Sand in the bed. Thank you, Haley. Same for Haley. That ain't going to be no fun, though. But with sand in your bed, here's the thing. We can get around it. Because if there's sand in your bed, then you can just take the bottom sheet, make sure the sand's underneath that sheet, and not use that bottom sheet, right? Problem solved. Critical thinkers. Yes, that's what we're doing. Solving the difficult problems of the world. All right. This is a good one. Yeah, I was thinking that too, but I assume you had to like sleep in it. Well, I mean, it just says sand in your bed. So I mean, we can be creative. That's part of the game. This is a good one, guys. Would you rather get a 20% raise at your job? Would you rather get a 20% raise or work a 4-day week? Let's see what we got here. I'm interested. I need at least 2 to 3 answers here from different people because this is a good one. This kind of cuts right down to the point of why we're here and what we stand for. Would you rather get a 20% raise or work a 4-day week? 20% raise. Michigan Gun Dog Outdoors. Can't believe I read that from this distance. 20% raise. Okay. Got 2 for 20% raise. My dogs are so pissed at me. I got to feed them. Got to feed the dogs. Might have to do it on camera again tonight. Got 2 for 20% raise. I assume that y'all are the only 2 that are playing. There's not many people in here. Okay. I understand that, but I want to counter that. A 4-day work week? A lot of countries already only do 4-day work weeks. And guys, if you want to really make yourself angry, just go look up vacation times in a lot of other countries. There's countries out there that get 2-3 months vacation every year. They call it holiday. And here in the States, you're lucky to get 2 weeks. You're lucky to get that. Oh, okay. So the question would be, what? This is where we need to use our critical thinking skills right here. Okay, how you break that down is okay. 20% raise or work a 4-day week. Okay, so on the 4-day week, are you suggesting that I still have to work the same amount of hours? So if I work 40 hours in a week, I'm going to have to work 4 10-hour days? Because if that's the case, yeah, I'm taking that 20% raise all day. But if you get a shorter week, you get longer hours. Exactly, Haley. That's just what I was talking about there. I finally figured it out. You figured it out before I did. What are y'all barking at inside? What are they barking at? They want out here? Is that what it is? They want out? Let me let my dogs out. You want in, they want out. Okay, what's going to happen? 2 out. Who's coming out? Who's staying in? 3 out. Who's coming out or you staying in? 4 out. Okay. All 4 outside. Chaos ensues. Chaos ensues. This is the chaotic part of the program. God. All right, don't start. Don't start your shit. No, don't start. Don't start. Oh, y'all. Oh my gosh, guys. Come on now. Pipe down. Pipe down. You want to host? Do you want to host, Mose? We can make you host. Hey, you want to host? Come on up, host. Yeah, you want to host? Yeah. Oh, you want to host, Biggs? Okay, next question's this. You know how on Halloween, if you'll get that house, if anybody out there still trick or treats, or if you have kids that anybody out there still trick or treat, or if you have kids that trick or treat, what the fuck am I talking about? Who do I think I'm talking to in here? I just told you, I prefaced something by saying if any of you still trick or treat. Okay. All right. If you wanted to risk being the most egged house on the block, you know how if you give out crappy candy, there's a chance your house might get egged? Not so much anymore with cameras everywhere, but back in the day, kids would, if a house gave shitty candy to them, maybe they'd egg the house. Okay, but if you wanted to risk being the most egged house on the block, what candy would you hand out? If you wanted to get your house egged, what candy would you give out on Halloween to the kids? A lot of these. This should be pretty easy. I could never work a job that I had a time clock. Yeah, Big K. I feel that one, man. I feel that one. I feel that one to the bone. It took me many, many years to figure that one out. If you're able to do that, that's good stuff. Black licorice. Hold on. We got Michigan Groundhog Outdoors says breath mints. That would piss people off. Black licorice would definitely piss people off. Listerine strips and toothbrushes. King size Snicker bars. Haley, you wouldn't get egged if you handed out king size Snicker bars. What you would get is I had a trick back in the day, and I did this. I only did it one Halloween, and I felt bad for it. But I had a trick. If I went to a house that had like full size candy bars, then I always wore a mask. I would wear a mask. I'd go up and I'd trick or treat, and then I would, maybe go down the rest of the street, and I would come back and trick or treat. But I'd have a mask. I had a mask in my back pocket that I'd pull out and change masks to get 2 candy bars instead of 1. Yes, I did that one year. I'm not proud of it. Okay? Or you could just go pretty ingenious, liver cheese. Pretty ingenious. I'm going to do that for my son or daughter this Halloween. Oh wait, you want to give out the shittiest candy possible. The candy that would have your house egged. So far, we have breath mints, we have Listerine strips and toothpaste. Even though that's not a candy, I'll still accept it. And we have what was the other one? Licorice, black licorice. I'm going to name 2 more. You give out black-eyed peas. You don't like black-eyed peas, Haley? Shame on you. Shame on you. I'm from the South. I love some black-eyed peas. You must really think they're gross. If I was going to hand out beans that I think kids wouldn't like, it would be lima beans. A nice beagle. I'm looking for a beagle. Are you? Hey, Michigan Dog Outdoors. But keep your eyes on that. I think all the beagles at that one shelter, Raglan Farms, I think they're all accounted for. I think there might be some of those out there though. Michigan Ground. If you're not familiar with it, look up Raglan Farm Beagles. They it was a testing facility where they tested on beagles. Yes, in 2026. And here a few weeks ago, they got a bunch of them released. They had to pay for them, but they got them released. And I think they got like 500 to 1,000 of them released. And so there's a lot of beagles out there right now that are looking to be adopted. Is there anything you want to know about the beagle? Because the beagle's a new breed for me too. I've had her 1 year, a little over a year. We love her. We love her. Love everything about her. I never tried them, but they just sound nasty. I'll put it to you this way, Haley. I think they're an acquired taste. I don't think they're like my wife's not a fan of them at all. I try to get her to eat them sometimes. No. They do have a certain taste to them that I think it's probably an acquired taste. You can grow to love them. They're hard to house train. Big K, you're definitely not wrong about that. They are hard to house train. But I will tell you this. And the reason I know that is because my beagle, a good beagle, will chase a rabbit in circles around you. Mine had a problem with house training when I got her because she was locked up. Mine's a rescue from a home that had 35 beagles caged. They were breeding them that never got outside. So when I got her and I took her home from the shelter, she did not understand anything outside of living in a cage. So we knew it. We knew what she was going to do. And we stayed after her. It's not like she goes to certain places in the house if she ever does it, she'll jump off the bed. And one more thing that I've noticed, this may just be me, but beagle poop, it's, at least with ours, been very easy to clean up whenever she's had an accident. Very, very easy to clean up, unlike other dogs, certain dogs. Maybe it's just her diet, but she's amazing. She's amazing. Don't let Big K talk you out of it. A good beagle will check. And here's another thing about them, Michigan. They're really easy to they fit into the pack easily. Some dogs take a while to fit into a new pack. You know how you got to introduce them. At least in my experience, this beagle, she didn't give a damn. She came in. She's like, I'll be on the bottom, and she's fine. But she slowly worked her way up the rung. I think she could be the pack leader now. To be honest, I don't want to say it officially, but they're not very intelligent. What? You got to be kidding me. Big K's trolling. Big K's trolling. He knows beagles are intelligent. They are intelligent. They're just stubborn. I train hunting dog breeds, beagles. Okay, so you train them. So you know all about them. Then tell Big K that beagles aren't stupid. I resemble that remark. No, I resent that remark. I got to feed these creatures. How about that, guys? Y'all gonna watch me feed my dogs real quick? What was the last question? Okay, I liked all your answers. I'll accept all of them. I even like the black-eyed peas one. But if you're going to add a couple of candies, there's a couple of candies you can add that would definitely get your house in trouble. One of them would be the dreaded popcorn ball. You guys know about that? You got the little old lady who gives out the popcorn balls that she made the night before. Just wrapped in plastic. Just throws it into your bag and the shit gets your candy all sticky. And you're like, thanks, Granny. Thanks for that. And you try to find a bin immediately to throw that thing in there. Yeah. Popcorn balls, whoever started that tradition of making popcorn balls and handing them out, for Halloween. Stop it. Stop it. This ain't the 1930s. This ain't the 1950s. We don't want sticky popcorn balls barely wrapped in plastic around our good candy. Don't do it. And the other one's going to be candy corn. Candy corn. I think candy corn gets a bad rap. I kind of like candy corn. And in actuality, last year Nerds came out with a candy corn that I could only find them at Five Below. They were different flavored candy corns, and I know they were called Nerds, but they didn't have Nerds on them. I don't like Nerds, the hard little crunchy ones. No, it was the same consistency as a regular candy corn, but they were sour. I really liked them. I went back and got 2-3 bags of them. But yeah, you don't put candy corn in somebody's trick or treat bag. That's not cool. It's the last thing that's going to get eaten when they're divvying it up at the end of the night. You know how it is, guys. You put all the chocolate over here, and that's the good stuff, and then you put the mid stuff right there. You know, that's going to be the sweet tarts and the gummy bears and the things like that. The Sour Patch Kids, they would go in the mids, and you know, those are going to be the second eat. Maybe a blow pop or something. And in the last tier, you got all those crappy ones. You got the atomic fireballs. You got the black licorice, the Mary Janes. I'm not talking about the good Mary Jane. I'm talking about candy on a stick. Stop being gross. Nobody's giving kids Mary Jane. Beagles are very intelligent. I guess there's always at least one bad apple in the bunch. Yeah, that's true. Big K, come on, man. You're you sound like you're sounding like you're feeling a little froggy tonight. Let's not do that. We're in a good mood. We're in a good mood. We don't need any froggy work in here, okay? What? No, we ain't doing that one. Oh, I like this one. It's a good one, guys. We finally got a good one that's we're gonna be able to let's see what we got here. Tip 4. Tip for anyone with a dog that chews things. It shouldn't put a tiny amount of Vicks Vapor Rub on whatever it is they shouldn't be chewing. Oh, that's good stuff right there. It's good stuff right there. See, guys, you come into the stream to watch me be a jackass, and you come out with good knowledge. You got great knowledge there on something. Putting a little Vaseline. I did say Vaseline, right? I already forgot. Vicks Vapor Rub. Okay, not Vaseline. not Vaseline. Don't be perverts, guys, just because I brought up Vaseline. So you put that on there, and then and that's great advice to a beagle. She does chew. She does chew a lot. But hey, but her chewing is, y'all better start sneezing. You better sneeze. I want to know y'all are playing and not getting. Hey, where's the sneeze? Where's the sneeze? Here comes my beagle. No. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Oh my God, she just went into play mode. Dogs' noses can't handle it. They won't go near Vicks. Cool. Especially a beagle, right? With their sense of smell. All right, here's the question. If you could take a plane seat, okay, let's say you're flying. We got to set some rules here. A plane seat. We're going to say you're on a 4-hour flight. Okay, that sounds about right. 4 hours. What is it from New York to LA? 4 hours? Maybe. Sounds right. I could be off. But let's say you're on a 4-hour plane, a 4-hour plane trip, and You can take a seat next to any living person. Who would you pick? If you could fly on a 4-hour flight and sit next to any living person, who would you pick? I love this one. I love it because I'm really going to have to think on this. Damn it. Wow, this is a good one. This is so good. Because you're going to think about it and then, okay, I have two. Can I do that? Can I do two? I have two people I want to sit next to on a plane. One of them's going to get me in trouble right here, right now. Absolutely, it's going to get me in trouble. Haley. Jesus. Living. Well, I mean, I guess you could say Jesus is living. Yes. Okay. Mine are Big K. You want to take a guess on the one that's going to get me in trouble? The one that's going to get me in trouble in here is, oh wait, a living. My bad. And if you want a bone that lasts forever, and is healthy, find a deer antler. Hell yeah. Look at that. Michigan giving me a lot of ideas here. Hell yeah. I love it, man. I love it. You can tell I got my hands full. I got 4 of these little bastards running around. I love them. I got 2 half pits. One, we don't know what he is, Bruno, and a beagle. The beagle's the only full-blooded dog that I have. And God, I love her. She's done so much for this pack. And let me tell you this to the dog person real quick. Michigan, it would be what's I going to say? Oh, okay. So what the beagle did, and Michigan, maybe you'll appreciate this because you're used to working with dogs, maybe in packs. This little girl right here, okay, this girl right here that I got, she's a white pit bull mix, okay, and she is a handful. She's the first dog. I used to shoot videos to have these guys rescued, and I'd still go up there sometimes and shoot videos, but it's been a while. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I haven't done that in a while, but this one right here, her name's Rude. When I met her, when I first went through and I was filming dogs, I'd never had the experience that I had with her. She darted at me and wanted to attack me. Was literally like she knew me, like I was maybe it was my stupid hat I was wearing. Maybe it was because I was a man. I have no idea. But went like that. And I looked at her, and I'll never forget it. I looked at her and I said, "You're never going to get adopted like that. Ever. You're already part pit bull, and you have that stigma too." But we wound up with her. And but she's got that. We don't know if she's good around other strange dogs. Like, she's got that aggression. She kills a lot of moles and everything in the yard. She's always hyped up, always got energy. And Momo, our other dog that we had before we got her, he's an older guy. He's getting older. And so we saw immediately when we got her, with him being older, that they weren't really quite a match, you know. She wants to play all the time, and he gets annoyed as shit. Plus, he had torn an ACL. He would play, but he tore an ACL, and we had to have surgery on him, and he's an older guy. So they didn't really work very well. When I brought that beagle into the equation, the beagle wound up being a mediator between all of my dogs. She became like this very, very important piece to the puzzle because she plays with the crazy one and she'll play rough as can be with that big dog. This beagle acts like, I swear to God, dog outweighs her 40 pounds, and she don't care. So she takes all that abuse and plays as long as you need her to, and then she'll come in and lay with Mose, and treat Mose like he's the pack leader. But she's given Mose some time away from this one, and she's helped our situation so much. Sorry, I know that was a long rant, but I love my beagle, and I'm more impressed with her every day. And to have a dog come in and help out in the pack in more ways than she even knows, I got to give her props. My wife, my great granduncle, he's like 94. Bruno is, come here, Bruno. Come here. No, hang on. See, Mose, come here. Come here. This one's Bruno. Oh, well, Bruno ran off. Bruno got run off by the beagle. Bruno's an old man. Bruno's like 12 years old, 13, something like that. He's an old guy. Biggs, Biggie Biggs, Mrs. Lily, Biggie Smalls. We got her. They lied to us. They told us she was only 2. And I swear to God, the minute we got her home, she grew. She's still a small beagle, but she got really kind of plump too. All right, where are we at? Okay, here we go. So, who would you sit next to on the plane? Hopefully, I didn't. My wife. That's good stuff, Big K. Now I can't say anything except my wife. My great granduncle. He's like 94. Awesome. Okay. Those are both great choices. Beagle put everyone in their place. Yes, he did. She did. Okay, so the 2 I would sit next to, Big K, you hadn't figured it out yet. There's one person I would sit next to just because I'd want to pick its brain. Both of them, that's why I'd want to sit with. Just because I'd want to pick their brains. I would be taking notes, and that first one's going to be none other than Barack Obama. I would absolutely sit on a plane next to Barack Obama. I'd love to hear his stories and just shoot the shit with him. I would love that. The second one that I would sit with is none other than Billy Strings, favorite musician. I went back and forth there. I was going to either go Billy Strings. He's a bluegrass player, guys. He's a young bluegrass player. Or Tobias Ford's the lead singer of Ghost. Y'all know how I feel about Ghost. One of those two. I knew one of them was going to be a musician. And I would go to Prince immediately if Prince was alive, or Michael Jackson, but they're both dead. So there you go. That's my 2. All right. Flame away on the Obama. Here we go. Oh, no flaming. Okay. I'll take it. I like it when I don't get flamed. Would you rather be deathly? Oh my God. I can't answer this one, guys. I can actually, now that I look at it again. Would you rather be deathly allergic to dogs or beer? If you had to pick something to be deathly allergic to, would it be dogs or beer? That's just not fair. That's not fair. I don't like that book. Boo book. Let's all boo the book. Boo book. Boo book. Boo. Boo book. Boo. That question gets a from you or for you. We almost made a song. I got to go bye. Haley, bye. Love you as a human. We say that, Haley. We say that. Get used to it. I'd want to sit next to 3 people. Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and Monica Lewinsky. Yeah. Hell yeah. Michigan. Love it, brother. Yes. Yes. We got to picture it. Let's all paint the picture in our heads. Okay. We got to ask a couple questions. Hang on. Give me a second. All right. What are the questions going to be? Okay. The first question you got to ask absolutely is, or we have to ask is, hang on. All right. Okay. So you can't sit next to all four of them, right? So where do you put them? Let's say, let's say that there's four seats right in the middle. Okay, right in the middle. We got to do this together, guys. Where are you going to put Bill, Monica, and Hillary? Where are you going to put them? Because let's think about it, guys. If you put Hillary over here, and then you got Monica and Bill over here on the other side of you, that's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Hillary's going to be looking over your shoulder the entire time and whispering stuff under her breath, like sit next to that bitch and don't sit next to me. You know, it's going to be all that going on. And then Bill, you never know, man. I mean, I don't know. I think he's past his age where he's, doing any of that stuff. But Bill, man, if he'll do that in the White House, then who's to say he won't ask the flight attendant for a large blanket? You know what I mean? So let's go over the other two seating situations. Okay, now you got Bill over here on this side of you, and sitting on this side of you, you have Hillary and Monica sitting next to each other. That's gonna be a terrible time too. I mean, you could reach out. Bill's going to be whispering to you, "Hey, man, are they saying anything about me? Let me know what they're saying about me." And you're going to have to be whispering to Bill, "Hey, man, I think Monica just called you a cocksucker, man." Wait. Now, Monica wouldn't be calling him. Monica wouldn't be calling him that. All right, you two, come on. I'm trying to paint a picture here. And then the third situation would be where you have Monica on this side of you. All right, guys, damn. Wow, got a little kerfuffle. I didn't hear a sneeze. Yeah, and then you have those two fighting, and you got Bill over here. I think the best one would be Monica over here, and then Bill and his wife, Hillary. Bill and Hillary on this side. That's probably the ideal seating situation. And you might get lucky. You know what I mean? That's so wrong. Monica, I should never have said that about Monica Lewinsky. Monica Lewinsky's life was ruined because of that. She's actually a very smart woman. She's a very smart woman. I've seen interviews with her, and man, I guarantee you, if she could go back and take that back, I mean, think about it. She would absolutely take that back. And I'm blocking them in. Beer. Thank you for that, man. Who gave us that? Michigan, thank you for giving us that little scenario there. Gave me a chance to kind of rip a little bit. But it that was really cool, the seating situation. That's something you wouldn't think of. All right. Oh, here comes my neighborhood dune buggy rider. I know the answer to this one. Okay, but we got to set some ground rules on it. Okay. Well, if you set the ground rules the way they're supposed to be, then it makes this one a lot more difficult. We can't really make a work around this one. I mean, you kind of could, I guess. All right, I got my answer. But I'm going to let you guys chew on it for a minute. Okay, you can only consume one thing. You can only consume one thing at the movies for the rest of your life. You can only consume one item, one thing. I guess as much as you want of it at any movie for the rest of your life. Are you going to pick popcorn or are you going to pick soda? Now, initially, I was thinking, well, you can pick popcorn and just sneak the soda in, but you can't because it says you will not be able to consume the other thing. You won't be able to consume soda, or you won't be able to consume popcorn if you pick the one or the other. So go ahead and think on that one for a minute, and I'll sit and I'll give you some. Looking back. No, I do that too much. I do that song too much. Sing, sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong. It don't matter if it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing, sing a song. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sing, sing out loud, sing out strong, sing out proud. You know why? Because it don't matter if it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing, sing a song. Okay, I think I creeped her out with that. You were probably sitting at home going, "Oh, that's so sweet, liver cheese serenade and Rue." But actually, I think she enjoyed it for a minute, and then she was just kind of like, "Wait a minute, this is kind of creepy." I'm sorry, Rue. I don't know why. I know why I picked that song. I just don't know why I was singing it for you like that. They're all rambunctious right now because I was supposed to feed them like 2 hours ago. No, an hour and 30 minutes ago. So what might happen is what happens in some of my streams sometimes. I might have to feed them on stream because they're really starting to annoy me. Okay, back to the question. What would you get rid of? Soda. I run, but rich over that. Chocolate. Laugh my ass off, and I'm blocking them in. Soda. Okay. Run, but rich over that. Yeah, soda. That's the correct answer. Correct answer. Reason being, you can sneak any other drink in, as long as it's not a soda, right? That's what you were thinking right there, right, Michigan? Now, yeah, you could sneak popcorn in too, but it's not going to be the same as movie popcorn. So I think that's a solid answer there. I think that's a solid answer for Michigan. Yes. You know what's up, man. You're getting you put that juice or that beer. Speaking of that, have you guys ever caught anybody drinking beer at a movie? Popcorn just makes you thirsty. It's true. And it makes you farty too. It's a fart food. And if you put too much butter on it, it makes you shitty. I'm so sorry. But yeah. Once I'll never forget, man, I had a guy who we I know the movie, I know the theater, I know the time that it happened. It was the second prequel to Star Wars. You know, the second one, the love story, not the first one. The one that had Yoda jumping around doing crazy flips and stuff. But other than that, it was just the love story of Anakin and and Palpatine. No, not Palpatine. What the hell was her name? I forget. But anyway, yeah, I went to the midnight showing of that at a theater. It was here in Memphis, and I got tickets last minute, so I was way up top. And I was with, I think, a girlfriend at the time. It wasn't my wife. Yeah, I was with a girlfriend at the time, and we were sitting there, and there was a guy next to me, and I heard a twist, and I kind of glanced over, and he had a 6-pack of beer. He had snuck a 6-pack of beer into the movie theater. And I was like, okay, cool. I don't know how you did it, but I'll give you props on it. And of course, I'm not going to rat him out. I should have asked him for one, but I didn't. I just thought it was pretty damn funny that he snuck in a 6-pack of beer, bottled beer. So we're sitting there, and I swear to God, later on in the night, everything was going fine. And this is one of those old school theaters. It had a rise on it like this. And I think it was concrete. It was like one of the really old school ones. And all of a sudden, this dude, he took one of his empties. He kicked over, and it rolled all the way down the theater from the top to the bottom. You could hear it. It was bumping into stuff, and people were like, "Oh, people were." And I was like, "Oh my God, man!" And finally, it stopped, and somebody held it up or something. It was you had to be there moment. So I'm not saying this is a hilarious story or anything, but you got to picture it. It was crowded. It sold out too. Sold out. The guy snuck a beer in, and then he created a party foul by letting it roll down the theater. All right, where are we at? Yeah, like Plinko. Thank you. Got to go up, keep the birds, have a good day. Matt, all right, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming in, Michigan. Michigan's really cool. Yes, just like Plinko, bro. I also saw a guy sneak a pizza in once to the movie theater. That was rivaled the beer. He came in, it was winter time, and he had on a damn trench coat. And man, he did this so everybody could see it too. It was in a crowded theater, and he walked down his aisle, and he was keeping his body stiff. And he gets down there, and he throws his jacket off, and no lie, he has a pizza box shoved into his belt, and is in his back, covered with a trench coat, and he reaches around and pulls out that pizza and waves to the crowd, and a couple people start clapping, and I think I clapped too. I thought it was pretty cool. I wondered how the slices wound up, because they had to slide down. What's he gonna have, a big pile of pizza slices? But that was creative. I was thinking about shooting a video, guys. What do y'all think of this one? I tried to shoot it one time before. I actually tried to do it, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Something happened. But what I want to do is I want to go to a Burger King or a McDonald's or something before I go into the movie theater. And then I want to take some type of hat, like a bigger hat. And I want to put the fries and the burger under the hat. And that way, if I could keep the fries from spilling by propping the burger up against them just right, then I could get to the seat and be filming myself and take my hat off. And if the timing and everything's done right, it's going to be hilarious, because the hat's going to come off and there's going to be a burger and fries sitting upright facing the front. I've tried it once, but I want to try it again because I think it's an epic video that needs to be done. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that for y'all. There you go. Now you know. Nobody said anything, so. All right, where the hell were we at? I got to feed the dogs. Is anybody still on here? Hit one. Hit one if somebody's still in here. You ain't got to talk. I just need to know you're still in here, because sometimes my thing crashes out. Hello, 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 hello. All right, I'm gonna feed the dogs. I'm gonna feed the dogs. All right, y'all calm the hell down. All right, stop it. What are you doing? Hey, Ruth, stop acting like a fool. Back up. Mm-mm. Now, come on now. It's not time. Move. Go. Go, 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 go. Go. Ants. Chill out. Act like you've done this before. No, go away. Act like you've done this before. Don't embarrass Daddy on national TV. Good doggies. Good doggies. All right, chill out. Biggie Big, stay back. Stay back, baby. Good girl. Good girl. Hang on, give me a minute. Hang on. Beads, back up. Back up, Beads. Flies out here, bro. I don't want it to be fly season again. All right, how are we going to do this without y'all acting like clowns? Y'all going to act like fools, or are we going to be able to do this? All right, let's see. Beads. All right, all y'all come in with me. Gonna leave her out here. No, Ruby, stay out here. That's your food. Go ahead. Your food. Go ahead. Good job, baby. Now I'm gonna let her eat from a distance because she's strange about her food. Unfortunately, my water's sitting over there, but she's not gonna take. She's gonna make short work of this food. That's what she does. She's very she's a food aggressive type of dog. Take your time, baby. Take your time. You doing good, baby? Take your time. You got 3 people watching my dog eat? I don't even know if anybody's in here, guys. You guys, I could be in here talking to myself. I think I am in here talking to myself. Okay. Since I'm pretty sure I'm in here talking to myself, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Actually, somebody dropped out. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream for tonight. I want to go watch the basketball game and all that. If you came in tonight and your first time was here, welcome. Or it was your first time here, welcome. Thank you for coming in. We have a goofy little channel that we like to call Gen Express. Thank you for coming in. If you're a new sub, thank you for that too. If you're a troll, thank you for trolling. Oh, what's up, Wolfie? Shit, I might have to stay for a minute. All right, look out, baby. You're about done. There you go. What's up, Wolf? How you doing, brother? How you doing? Well, hell, I've been in here 2 hours, Wolfie. I know. I got to get my times down. Wolfie, we've been worried about relaxing. Nothing much and good. How are you? I'm doing okay, brother. I'm doing okay. Numbers continue to climb. That's all I can do on my end, you know. Doing a lot of streaming, whole lot of streaming, trying to keep those numbers going. Not really planning on doing too much this week. We're going to the zoo on Friday. I'm going to the zoo on Friday. There might be a couple of other things I'm gonna video. But yeah, we're worried about relaxing music, Wolfie. None of us have heard from relaxing music in what? It's like 3 weeks now, man. You trimmed up a little on the beard, a little bit. I kind of straightened it out a little bit, but my clippers are broke. Well, we haven't seen them in here a while. We hadn't seen them, and you know we're kind of worried about them because you remember the last things we were talking about. You know, he was talking about being majorly depressed and things like that, and you know, Tyson brought up he didn't like the way. You know, he started talking about depression and stuff, and kind of it crossed my mind that what if relaxing did something to himself, you know, and we would never know. That's my whole problem with it. Hang on, I'm going to take this phone down. Yeah, that kind of concerns me a little bit. I mean, I'm sure he's okay. I feel in my heart like he's just either working a lot or because the last time I talked to him, he was seemed to be up in spirits. So I'm gonna, you know me, I'm gonna be an optimist, and I'm gonna say he's just out there doing his own thing. You know, he'll find his way back. He'll find his way back. I'm gonna read him the riot act when he gets back. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because you know he's just got me a little worried. You know, that's our boy. It's our boy. I don't want nothing happening to him. And Tyson talked about how he did donate some money to you. Yeah, he did. He did. So you know, and he talked about how sometimes when people were thinking about stuff like that, you know, they donate their money or they give their stuff away. And I wonder about that sometimes because the time that he came in. The time that he came in, he was in his apartment, and he didn't show a lot of his apartment, but it didn't look like he had too much in there in the way of furniture. Now, see, now I'm just forming these goofy things in my head, and I don't want to do that, but that's what we do. We're critical thinkers. But I feel like he's okay. I feel like if something was wrong and something really bad did happen, I think I don't know. I would hope that I would get a uneasy sense or something. But I definitely noticed him not coming in. Last time I saw him was on I think it was a zoo stream, but it might have been something else. It was during the day. And he seemed okay. Don't look at it like that. I don't have much. I pack light too. Yeah. And I have too most of my life. So yeah, thank you for that. That helps. Yeah, and maybe he was talking about meeting that girl. Maybe he met that girl and they went on some dates or something. Maybe he's got himself involved with somebody. If that's the case, though, I want to know about it. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know what's on your mind. I need to know. I need to know what's. Where were you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and thought I found true love. Hold on. Give me a second. I know it, Leslie. I just can't. It's not. I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you were gone, right? Right? Why did you leave? Where were you tonight? Why did you here all alone? I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you were gone. That's all I know. Pray for him, Jen. Richard. Hang on, Richard. Yeah. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. Maybe he changed his point of view. Wow. Big K, come on now. I didn't say anything at all that would have him changing his. I mean, he was who he was, man. That's just who. I knew. I had long talks with him. He was. I really loved his knowledge of music. He was really, really, really into music. So I don't think and I know he was. Probably progressive. I assume. I think he was. Hey, Richard. Hi, Wolf. Hey, Gen X. How you doing, Dim? Still a brush pile? it's almost all gone now, Wolfie. Mother Nature's just gonna. I do that for y'all. Okay. Look, the brush pile. It's just part of it. It's part of it. It's shrinking, so it's harder to see. But it's definitely still there. You met another and you were gone. Thank you, Richard, for bringing out Cowboy Carl there. or requesting Cowboy Carl. You are getting it. You are getting the little things, the little cues. Yeah, man. We'll have people in here wondering what the hell is going on. Y'all will be throwing up words that make me do a certain thing. You know, that's what that would be super cool, because people who will come in from the outside, they'll be like, well, I don't know what this means, damn it. So I'm going to stay around and find out what it means. Right? All right. In case you're wondering, I did take a quarter of a gummy tonight. Just a quarter. That's all we had left. And I can still feel it. I can still feel it. It's not nearly as much as what it, the last stream that I did. I took a whole one. And you guys tell me to watch it after watch it over. I'm not going to do it. I have no idea what I started. Oh, you don't know? Okay. All right, Richard. That's even funnier though, Richard, because you saw all that happen and you're like, what in the hell just happened? Okay, so we try new segments, on my this crazy live stream thing that I do. We're creative people. We try to be creative. And some people love it. Some people find it annoying as hell. But sometimes you'll get a puppet that'll pop in. And there's one puppet in particular. His name's Cowboy Carl. And he's done his own stream before by himself. And he has this thing where if anybody puts yeehaw up on the chat, then he has to scream out yeehaw. That he has to, no matter who puts it up. That's the rule. So I find that very funny that you just threw a random yeehaw up because I was singing a country song, and you had no idea that it was connected to Cowboy Carl. So I just saw yeehaw, and I'm like, okay, here's a Cowboy Carl fan. So I got to go get Cowboy Carl. So he came out. I didn't do his voice or anything. No, we didn't do the voice. We didn't do that, Gabe, no voice. How you doing there, Richard? My name's Cowboy Carl. I'm from the sticks. And by the sticks, I mean what's right behind Liver Cheese there. He's got a big old pile of sticks in his yard because he's lazy. He cut a bunch of branches down and won't clean them up. And now everybody comes in every other day and they got to open up their goddamn mouth and embarrass old Liver Cheese, my buddy here. Now, if any ornery cuss out there would like to type in something right now, and we could try this old theory. Hey, no animals. I'm not a chew toy. I'm not a chew toy. I promise. Not a chew toy. But every now and then I like to play with these ornery cusses down here, but they think I'm a chew toy. Every time Liver Cheese invites me on, these dag-nabbit animals. Yeah, I met Ivan one time. I got to get to know Ivan a little more, but he's a little weird. He's a little weird just between you and me, that Ivan character. Yep. 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 Yeah. That's enough of you, man. I'm sorry, guys. You got a little carried away there. He does that, Cowboy Carl. He gets excited. He gets overexcited. You guys, y'all show him a little love, and he appreciates it, and he gets overexcited. Ivan is the most sane, LOL. Cowboy. Richard. Richard. Carl, come here, man. What is it, dag nabbit? Oh, okay. We got a Richard. Richard Brink, 8750. He says, "Hi, cowboy," and found some way to put a damn hat on his emoji there. Wow, I appreciate that personal touch there, Richard. That means everything to me. Cowboy Car, you're gonna have to head out, man. If somebody walks in, if somebody comes into the stream right now, they're gonna have the mental hospital coming out here to try to get liver cheese. Come on now, see you later. All right, yeah. Sometimes we'll do stuff like that, Richard. And sometimes we have a thing where if somebody and that's another thing that happened. You saw those lyrics. If anybody ever comes into any of my streams, even if it's a really serious political stream, sometimes in the mornings those happen, or if it's just a relaxed stream at night. If they come in and they put lyrics up, then I have to sing them. So that person had put those lyrics up. Did you put them up? No, it was somebody else. It was a Leslie, wasn't it? Put them up, and I have to read them, and I have to try to figure out what the song is, and I have to attempt to sing it. So that's another one of our little things that we do. We do a lot of little things. I done called the wagon on you, and there's no hope. Yeah, sometimes I wonder, Wolf, because I've been doing a lot of these backyard streams. I like them. I just like hanging out back here. My animals can walk around. I can be a little louder, but the only problem is sometimes I wonder. I know the neighbors have to hear me when I'm doing the yeehaw thing. Man, they're probably across there over on the other side going, "Yeah, the old man's out there talking into a phone again." There he is. Look at him now. He's talking. Yeah, he's got a puppet. He's got something. What is going on over there in that guy's house? And that's okay, man. I like them to wonder. Let's give them something to talk about. Talk about love. I scared her. Come here. Come here, you goofy ass. Yes. Definitely made me laugh. I just subscribed and we'll hang out for a bit. I got oh my God. Oh, Drew, come on. I'm trying to read something, man. Oh, baby. All right. Let me read his comment. He's a new sub. We always treat new subs extra special. We do something for them. Is that what you wanted to do for Richard? Oh, you go on. Rue was really excited to meet you, Richard, as you can tell. She planted one on me. All right, let me finish reading this. I got here just as you were singing, not sure who posted lyrics. Yeah. It's the markers. Yeah, I don't think I know who that was either. Richard, I don't know who that was. Markers from Tuesday. Yeah. So, Wolf, I wanted to tell you something while you were here. I am trying this weekend. I haven't talked to the ball and chain about it yet. Oh, the love of my life about it yet. But we've been talking about getting a laptop. I've been talking about that for a little bit. But today I found out that I can actually run Chromebook. I can have a Chromebook laptop to run my streams. So, and it's a lot cheaper. And they got a really good sale on one over at Best Buy. So fingers crossed. And once I do that, we can do maybe that trivia show. You remember the trivia show that we had that I showed you that one time? You're the only one that ever saw that I was so excited about. Yeah, we could get that up and running. But at a minimum, I'll be able to post video or watch videos live as you're in here with me. And y'all have done that with me before, but I want to do it on maybe we'll have a day where we kind of like Moist Critical does. Moist gets in there and people will tell him, "Hey, look this up." They want to see his reaction. So maybe we'll do that. So some stuff like that. Thank you, Wolf. Thank you, man. It's not easy, man. I sit over here and I try to just think of ways to just keep things fresh. But then in the back of my mind tells me just be yourself, bro. Just do whatever you. And that's why I'll just be driving down the road and you'll turn on the stream and I'm singing. You're like, what in the hell is he doing? Well, stick around and find out. I love it, man. We got good growth. Good growth. Richard, you'll have to see that. It kicks ass. How long have you been homeless? What's up, Chris? What's up, brother? Not homeless yet. Not homeless yet. Thank you, though. Thank you for noticing that I look homeless. And my backyard looks like I could be sleeping at I don't know, in a exit ramp or something. The day he was born to Chris. Damn, Wolf. Chris, what's up, brother? What brings you in? You want to say hello? You just want to watch me be stupid? Which one? Either will suffice. You just want to make fun? Because that's cool too. You can do that. Make fun. I think that Chris's next comment is going to be genius. No pressure. No pressure, Chris, but I really think that Chris's next comment is going to be genius. Let's stick around and wait. I'm going to give him a chance to, to get those digits working and, look up that amazing quote or whatever, thought he might have that's going to blow all of our minds. It's coming. Something in your beard, it tells me. Probably dip spit or something. It's probably something really gross. All right. Yeah, we're waiting on Chris's amazing next comment. I really want to be entertained. By the way, we're in entertainment tonight. I'm under entertainment. You're a race fan? You look just like a guy out of Oklahoma City. Jerry Johnson. Come on, Chris, give us your best. Chris, I don't think Chris is going to play. Come on, Chris. Oh, Chris. We love you, brother. I don't think Richard even knows what the channel's about. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Richard, what we're about, okay? And I'm going to wrap it up in just a second, okay? We do cover some political stuff. There's no doubt about it. If you ever see me in the morning, you'll see me riffing on politics, but not always just politics. But what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get a group of critical thinkers who come together. Don't matter if you're a red hat, a blue hat. It don't matter if you're a liberal. It don't matter if you're a conservative. Don't matter what you call yourself or other people call you. And it doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter if you call yourself a Christian, a Muslim, an atheist, agnostic, any of that stuff, spiritualist, whatever. We are gathering people who we may argue and we may bicker from time to time, but we respect one another. We respect one another and we share stories with one another at night, and we talk about our days and our weekends. And if you have any issues, you come in here and you've got a good community in here that's not going to judge you. I mean, it can be the weirdest question and we're not going to judge you on it. Okay. So, and we call it the kindness train. Okay. It's going to sound real cheesy right now, but at the end of the day, man, it's kindness above all else. Okay. We're taking that old narrative of that red versus blue and we're flipping it on its side where it's the 1% up top versus you. We do these culture wars and we got to get away from these things because they want us doing that. Those guys up there want us doing that at all times. And a lot of times we get angry and we do it. Hell, I do it sometimes. I have to flip it off and remind myself, okay, even though that guy right now, he's coming at me with Trump this, Trump that, or whatever, and we're going back and forth, I got to remind myself, hey, snap out of it and flip it, because at the end of the day, it's the billionaires versus us. That's really what it is. So, we're growing. We're growing. I do zoo footage. I do all kinds of stuff. I used to be a First Amendment auditor. Still going to do that from time to time, but need somebody to go out and do that with, because it's too dangerous to do it by myself now. It really is. I mean, they're snatching people up off the streets for anything, for anything. So I got to be real careful with my content right now. But I'm always gonna, if there's something that needs to be covered that's going to put me at risk, that's okay. I'm going to put myself at risk if it's something that's very important and needs to be covered. So that's what we're about right there. And we're about Gen X, We do a lot of nostalgia stuff. We go back and try to talk about old movies, old music, new stuff. I like to know that my Gen Xers out there are still relevant. We talk about new movies. Sometimes I'll put up some movie reviews. I just did one today. If you haven't seen it, go find it on my shorts. It's only 1 minute long. Yeah, but that's what we are, Richard. So that's what you signed up for, man. I hope you don't regret your choice. A lot of my subs, some of us, we respect one another, but we have a thorny relationships on certain subjects. But at the end of the day, again, we're humans, man. We have to get this working and stop looking at everybody as being your enemy, because they're really not. They're your enemy. All right, there we go. How you been, Tyson? Oh, Tyson in? Oh, what's up, Tyson? How you doing, bro? How you doing, broski? I've been lagging on his vids, y'all. I'm sorry. It's probably on my end, Wolf. I'm actually right outside. I'm in an area where the Wi-Fi is probably not really good. Good to have the big ballers in the house tonight. We got Wolf. We got Tyson. Still no relaxing, but hopeful. Very hopeful. I'm good now. You guys. I've been lagging on this. Okay, you're good. Okay. This is fun so far. Love the channel description, and I'm Gen X and love debates, and I'm kind-hearted with a abrasive side, but that has to be coaxed out of hiding. Mine's not lagging. Good stuff, Richard. Good stuff. Sounds like you're perfect, man. Sounds like you're really perfect. And one thing I will tell you, Richard, we're lately, the zoo footage, what that does, I think it draws in some younger people. And I love having younger people in here. I really do. I'm fascinated by, I want to figure out the way they think, and if us Gen Xers can instill any wisdom into their brains, then and some of them, it seems like, Richard, are reaching out for that. A lot of these younger people, man, they're reaching out for people to help me communicate. I've had them in here. How do I talk to this, or serious questions, from a younger generation who has, and they're used to doing this. They're not used to doing what we're doing. And when I get my laptop, we can have 10 of us up here, up to 10, all at the same time. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to, but I'm really looking forward to that aspect of it. We've done it a couple of times, but it's very difficult, and it's not an easy process from the phone. Not that lagging. I haven't been able to catch you live. What's happening, dude? What's up, Danny? How you doing, man? How you been? Richard, wait till there are 4 of us on cam. To cam, all of us have different news. Views, yeah. Yeah, it could get wild. But yeah, that's true. That's true. But if we're covering a topic or something, then we're it's going to be interesting too when I get people face to face and talking to me, like where I can see you and you can see me and we can hear one another. It's going to be interesting to see if certain challengers are going to come in and want to come on camera and challenge. Will I act differently? You know, it's still it's still it's not confrontation, but it's to visually see the person that you're debating or whatever. Now, and that's another thing, guys. I'll tell you right now, man. Look, I get this a lot. I get it a lot, and I it's hard for me to try to explain exactly what how I think on this. You'll have certain people, especially during the day, that'll come in, and I'll joke around with them and troll with them a little bit. But once they get like really nasty, like about something, like if it's racist or homophobic, you know, just out of the blue for no reason, sometimes I'll mess with them. But once they start wanting to debate me, if it's that kind of person who has said racist shit or homophobe shit, I'm not going to debate that person. I'm just not going to debate them. And a lot of people are like, "Well, that's not cool, man. You're not, you know, you're saying you're about freedom of speech, but you don't understand. I don't want to give them a platform. That's what I don't want to do. You know, and when you debate a clown, you know, you're with ridiculous views, you're giving him a platform. I might shred him. He might shred me. But it's still, I've given him a platform to talk about that shit. And when it comes to race, I just would rather not. I mean, if you have those views and you can't keep them inside and not spew them out into the public, I don't want to be a part of that, man. I want critical thinkers. I want people who believe we're all equal. Okay, I sound very liberal right there. And you guys come at me too. I get people who come at me on the blue side, and they're like, "Oh, Libercheese, you're not defending this, and you're not defending that." Guys, I'm gonna let y'all go sometimes. If y'all want to go in there, man. If y'all even during the day, if y'all come in during the day and you're trying to protect me from other trolls or whatever, and you're like, "Why is he not responding to this or that?" You I think I just lost my train of thought for the first time tonight. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so you know, certain people will be like, "Well, you didn't say this about that when that person was talking about that," and I'm like, I probably didn't even read it. First off, and second off, if you guys are going at each other in the chat, I want to sit back and watch it. I think it's funny. You know, if I feel like I have to pick a side, then maybe I'll pick a side. But you know, sometimes it's better for me to just kind of read, and if I see an interesting chat going on between two people, just kind of letting them go. Just because I'm not speaking on it doesn't mean I'm on either of your side. It just means I'm observing. You know, I'm just observing. Maybe still forming a valid opinion. Trolls renting upstairs free of charge. Well, I mean, they're not bad because they drive the channel. Great to meet you. Yes, I'm looking forward to good conversations and constructive chats. Yes. We used to go to the zoo every Easter growing up, all the new babies at Easter time. Guys, and if you don't like, you know, certain things like certain streams, that's okay, man. I don't expect everybody to love every stream. I will tell you earlier today, there's a guy, he was a new sub and he wanted to know about the zoo after I was talking about it. He was like, "What time, man? What time? I'll be in here." And I had to give him a direct time. So hopefully I'm close to that time. But yeah, so there's people out there with the zoo stuff. The zoo stuff's really gaining a lot of steam. It really is. And it all is. It all helps in the end. In the end, we're all friends and can't wait to see each other again. Very well said, Wolfie. I don't mind a troll or two because I grease squeaky wheels, but they get old and raise my blood pressure. The trolls renting upstairs free of charge. But again, they drive the channel. Was there a gummy involved with the loss of thought? Yes, a quarter of a gummy. Yo, what's up, Dixon Cider? Yes, what a name. Wacky Skull, Zoo SS. Sup, bro? What's up, Jordan? Skull. I love your shades. Hot. Oh, Stacy coming in with the flames. Beef drippings. I love you. I love you too. I think you sold more tickets than Stuttering John. Skullbud Skill. Is that your gay disguise? What's happening here? So many people in here all of a sudden. What the hell just happened? Will said to shave your ball pack. What is going on? Why do we get all these viewers all of a sudden? Welcome, welcome, all you new viewers. Welcome to we'll just call it Gen Xer sitting in a chair high. How about that? We'll call it that. That's the best description I can give you right now, because I'm not going through the entire spiel about what my channel is about again. At least not right now. I have to smoke outside. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Cool. Hope you'll still be here. Who is this wolf? What is happening here? Show said save your ball pack, that place on your chin where your boyfriend parks his balls. Oh wow. Oh wow. What's happening? All right. I'm going to the end. All right. What's happening? Why are so many people in here? What are y'all doing? Y'all scared me. Y'all scared me. That's a negatory. $2 super chat. Is this the one where Mike is funny? What is happening? What is going on right now? And who gave me a super chat? Why'd you do that? OG Lazy, thank you for the $2. Is this the one where Mike is funny? I'm not sure the reference you're using there, man, but I appreciate the $2, brother. I always appreciate that. Thank you very much. You got another one over here. Who's this? RTT3. What's your opinion on Kira Sedgwick? Oh no, you gave me $2 and I don't know who that is. Crap. I probably do, but it's just not popping in my head right now. If you want to describe her a little more, since you gave me that super chat, I'll definitely give you an opinion if I have an opinion. Honestly, good question. Laugh my ass off. Stuttering John sent me. What are y'all talking about, Stuttering John? Mike Morse wants a piece of you. What? Mike Morse said you look like a hexagon. We need a third for the prop off. It's a real thing. All right. What's going on, guys? Come on now. Come on. Y'all don't do this to Liber Cheese. All right. I had a whole bunch of you guys. Y'all get sent over from somewhere? Where'd you get sent over from? And tell them thank you and that I love them. I don't even know why they sent them. You might have sent them over here to troll me. That's okay if you did that too. I still love you. All right, what else we got? Let me see. I'm going to try to keep up with these. Mike Morse looks like baked beans. What are we doing, man? Sneakers or tennis shoes? I mean, I've heard them called both. When I was coming up, it was more tennis shoes, but sneakers came around sometime. I don't know when people started taking that one, but when did sneakers come around? The 80s? Is that an 80s term? Sneakers? That's a good question, actually. Is that an 80s term? Sneakers an 80s term? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe somebody will know. I'm in Tennessee. Do you know where Cardiff Electric went to high school? Shoes or sneakers? What is happening, Stuttering John? What is going on? Hi, I'm from Australia. What the heck is happening? I don't want to lose these people. What do I do? Do I get up and start tap dancing? The Beef Tip Show sent us. What about, hold on. I got a super chat. You guys. What about 60-year-olds defecating in their pants on live streams? Enter the Mooseverse. Send TSN the link. I'm Rich. See you next Tuesday. 60-year-olds defecating in their pants on live streams. Who did that? RTT3? Who did that? Yes, your friend can interview me on their channel. It just depends on what it is, though. Sneakers are tennis shoes, right? That's what I was thinking. These guys are coming in here and they're giving us these random questions, and they don't understand that we like those random questions because we will break them down. I mean, we will literally. Well, let's talk about, is it sneakers or tennis shoes? What do y'all think? I'm going to turn on this outside light. Give me 1 second. All right. What I remember is tennis shoes. That's what I remember. Okay. And sneakers, I feel like sneakers came around sometime in the 80s. I feel like maybe I don't know. That's somebody let me know. Third input. What is the beef tip show? What is that? What is that? Stuttering John shit his pants. Okay, so is it a show with Stuttering John? Is that what it is? I got another Stuttering John Melendez. Yeah, Melendez Howard's call screener. Yeah, yeah. Hold on. He sent somebody. He sent Stuttering John sent some people to me. That's what you're telling me right now. I mean, is that a real thing? Because if it's a real thing, then I'm on cloud nine right now. I'll tell you that. I don't know. I don't really know what to think. But I will tell you this. Last night, I forced my wife. It's a true story. Hold on, let me read this. Which grass spinning cool store did you buy the grass spinning cool store? Yeah, man. Yeah. I love it. Who I love that. Who can get for this? Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. Yeah, they weren't expensive. I'll be the first to tell you. These are costume glasses. Uh, if this is true, though, then I got to tell you all this story. Everybody, shut the hell up for a second, okay? Um, there are a lot of Howard TV clips that I've been watching a lot of lately. A lot of. Now I keep going back to two of them. And I have tried and tried and tried to get my wife to watch these clips. And she's just all, I'm not really in the mood. She likes Howard Stern. She's his older stuff, she's kind of like, yeah, but she gets it though. Howard's evolved, he's a different cat than he used to be. But I go back and in the ones I'll get to these super chats in just a minute, guys. The two that I showed her, I forced her to watch them last night. High Pitch Eric goes to Disney on gay day. could be the funniest moment I think that I've ever seen on a radio show or it was just it's nonstop, man. It's nonstop. Artie falling out in the background. Everything about it, man. It's just fantastic. I forced her to watch it. She watched it, and guess what? She loved it. So I was like, okay, I've got her. I can put another video on now. She's not old school YouTube like I am. She doesn't look at it like it's TV like I do. So I quickly tried to search it, and I couldn't find what to search for. But all I knew it was a guy who was on as a guest who left his microphone on in the room and farted. And it's the wet as nasty as fart. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you guys are over from that. And I can watch those clips over and over and over. As a matter of fact, I make it a point to watch the Gay Day video at least once a year. And I suggest you guys do that too. Okay. Don't pick out your favorite clips, pick them out, and go rewatch them whenever you're feeling down or whatever. Just go throw those old clips on. You'll always have them there. If I'm in whatever mood I'm in, I have a YouTube clip or a video or a song ready to go to counter that mood. Does that make sense? If I'm feeling depressed, maybe I'll pull up something that's very positive from YouTube that'll lift me up a little bit. If I Can Dream, Elvis Presley, I'll always look up that song. When I'm losing hope in this on this planet, I pull up If I Can Dream. So yeah, do that with his old shows too, or even if his new shows. I wish I could say I'm listening currently, but I don't listen currently, but I catch up as much as I can on YouTube. So if that's real, I feel like it's real because I'm getting super chats and That's not something that just usually happens. Everybody got sent over here all at once. Thank you all. Thank you all. Sub the channel. Sub the channel. We're a channel about kindness, about, well, I mean, what are we really about? We're about a little bit of everything. But kindness, humor, kindness, 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 kindness. I want to drill that, man, because I don't care what you do in your background. I don't care if you're a painter. I don't care if you're a carpenter. I don't care if you pump gas. I don't care if you're a CEO. Well, if you're a CEO, I might care. But I want all those people in here. I don't want labels, red, blue. Well, we're going to have them. But when we're talking about other stuff, we're not talking about that. We're talking about real stuff, not just that crap we hear every day constantly. All right. So we do that. We talk about dogs. We do zoo videos. We do these live streams. Sometimes I'll take a gummy. Sometimes you'll come across a puppet. You know, like if somebody was to throw up yeehaw or something up into the chat, you know, maybe a puppet comes out. We do trivia. We ask random goofy questions. I mean, it's just guys hanging out, but it's guys from different backgrounds. And when I say guys, I mean that universally. Okay. Women and guys. More women, please. Sometimes there's too many guys in here, man. And I'm just like, I love you guys, but damn, can we get a woman in here? Oh, what's that? Something says yeehaw. I'll be right back. Oh, what the hell? What the heck is this? Well, read it. What's it say right there? Oh, damn it. You called me over here for that. All right, I guess. Yeah! Not good enough for your asses? I'm not a chew toy. I'm not a chew toy. I'm not. All right, Cowboy, that's enough. All right, Cowboy had to go away for a minute. My dogs are whining. They're going crazy. I don't know what's going on. I missed a bunch of super chats. I don't even know how to pull them up. I'm so lost. If I missed a super chat from you guys, please forgive me. You know, that was cool. That was really cool. That was fun. Who can go for this? Thank you, man. We'll try to get to him. Here's another one, Scott Adams. I appreciate it. I bet you don't know my real name, stupid. I don't know your real name, but I'll damn sure guess. I'll try. So yeah, hopefully you guys hit the sub. Hopefully we got some new subs out of that. A huge Howard Stern fan, always have been. I tell my wife all the time, I think he's the greatest interviewer ever, radio or TV. Well, let's think on that. TV, got some big ones in TV. Not gonna lie, you got Carson, that's a big one. Letterman, that's a big one. They're both great interviewers. I didn't think Jay Leno was as good an interviewer. What do y'all think? I think that Carson and Letterman are on in their own little area there. And Howard's like that too. Howard, but I think Howard, I don't know. Howard has a way to make his guests comfortable. Because he's got the gift of gab. He uses the gift of gab and he gets things out of people that they wouldn't say at any other normal interview. That's his strength. That's his superpower. The gift of gab, Howard. But he, you know, he disarms people. It's not just like you go into the studio's nice, cozy, you know, it doesn't look like, it's not all harshly lit. And, you got the couches and sit down in there. That's all cool. It's all cool. Gets everybody into positions so that, takes your armor down a bit. And Howard has a way of getting to questions, difficult questions, by just being an everyman, understanding how to talk, how to communicate. And I love it.
And he does it in a way that's really cool because you like you what am I looking for here? He hang on, just give me a second. I had a gummy. Give me give me a split second here. He yeah, what Howard can do, what Howard's really good at is he can say he can approach some pretty trashy stuff and still keep it a little highbrow. Does that make sense? Yeah, he has a way where I don't know, man. But he can really breaks the interviewers, the interviewers, viewees down. You know what I mean? He asks the right questions. He answers the right way. Gets them comfortable. He's just an expert at it. Always has been. So he might be better than Carson or Letterman. All right, enough ball licking for Howard. I do love him though. I do love him. All right, what else we got? Let me read some of these. Howard nonchalantly asked the asshole questions as if it were asking about the weather forecast. Yeah. Yeah, man. He's just great at it. He's just great, man. He's there. Some of us are on the Trump train tonight, all aboard. Oh, come Big K coming with the the controversy. That's my guy. Coming with the controversy. I'm not on any train. Only train I'm on tonight is the love train, and I'm getting ready to be on the NBA basketball train. You guys have kept me away from watching the game. I need to get in there and watch some of the game. I don't. You can tell me what the score is if you want to. Anybody? Howard's a pervert. Wolfie. Well, Wolfie, look, here's the thing about Howard. Okay? Howard absolutely evolved as a person, as a human. Without a doubt he did. He you watch his early shows and you know what all those shows were about. They were about pretty much one thing, you know? And then after 9/11, seems like 9/11 did a little something to Howard. I'm not positive on that, but now he's just a level-headed guy. He's a level-headed guy. He has opinions that have changed in his life, and that's normal. That's the way it should be. It's the way it should be. I'm not saying he not still kind of perverted, but that's part of his personality. Sometimes as you progress in life, certain aspects of your personality kind of tend to you guys stop it. They kind of tend to soften a bit. You know what I mean? It's like a saw blade. You do that enough, eventually it starts losing its bite a little bit. And maybe he just doesn't care to go back to that. Maybe that's. Does he still do shows like that? I don't. It's been a while. Call him what you will, the Hummer wouldn't exist without him. I wouldn't let my kid around them. Don't curse, Wolfie. Wow, that was a strange from Wolfie. Just because we're on the train lately. On the train, baby. Oh yeah, throw the baby in. Sound just like a red hat. Train sounds good. We're all the ladies. What? We're all the ladies. Okay. Oh, where are all the ladies? Yeah, I have no idea, man. You ran them off. Hey, cowboy car ran them off. What the hell is this? Ray, I'm lost too, brother. What you got? Give me a question, Ray. Give me a question. You might get it right. You should get on board. Everybody all aboard. Everybody ride that train. Come on, ride that train and ride it. But we end with people of the world join in. It's called a love train. Love train. Right? Right. I got you, Big K. Gotcha. Gotcha. It's a love train, baby. It's a love train. Everybody's welcome on board. Come on board the love train. Just don't be disgusting. You can be disgusting in some ways, just not always. You should get on board. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up, man. I'm going to wrap it up. I got to get inside. I got to do some stuff. Love all you guys. Interesting thing that happened tonight. We had some people come over. Maybe some of them stayed as subs. Who knows? But I appreciate whoever did it. Thank you. I love you very much. Remember this, guys. Remember, Soul Train. The Soul Train. Yeah. Always wrap it up. Take care, Jen. Have a good one, broski. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for being there earlier today, too, Andrew. Appreciate you, man. What was I going to say? Yeah. Guys. Just between you and me. Between you and me. Okay? Let's stop it. I love all of you. Love every single one of you. Mwah. Much love. Continue to talk. Remember, culture war bullshit. No left versus right. Maybe you say left versus right, but and sorry, I did curse there. But we want to flip it and make it. It's not red versus blue. It's a 99% versus you. I tried to switch it up a little bit there. It didn't really work too well. And I love every one of you. Continue to talk. I sub, but I'm very confused. Ray, I'll sum it up for you real quick, brother. Okay. Right before I sign off, we're a channel of. I used to be a First Amendment auditor. Still am sometimes, but I need people to go out with because it's unsafe now. But I'm a First Amendment audit channel turned to a kindness channel where we're doing this goofy experiment where we get people on all sides together, red, blue, red, green, purple, agnostic, atheist, whatever you call yourself. We want to get you all together and we can debate if you want to. We can, but we're going to respect one another. We're going to respect one another. We control one another. Just don't, if it ever gets violent or physical or you say racist or homophobic things, then it's probably not for you. But we get a lot of people on board with different viewpoints, having a good time, going to the zoo, feeding dogs, just doing it. It's just hang around. Give me a couple of streams, okay, to win you over. I appreciate you coming in here. All right, guys. To everybody else, I love you all very much. Have a wonderful day, evening. What time is it? 8:37. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I will see you in the morning on the morning show. What was I calling it? Oh, hell yeah. I'm right on. I'm into it. I'm a big lefty lib cuck, but I'm also a troll to my core. Yeah, man. You're going to have fun in here, right? You're going to have fun in here. Cool. Cool. Did you hear that, Big K? Did you hear that, Big K? One for my team. One for my team. No, I'm just kidding, Big K. You know I love you, brother. All right, guys. I will see you in the morning if you want to stop in. And remember, Friday we're going to the zoo. And tomorrow night I'll try to have a stream too. All right, guys. Morning show is what you're calling it. Yeah, so we call it the breakfast with liver cheese or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, continue to talk, guys. I love you all very much. Stay safe. Have a great night. Mo's had the final word. Love you.